Hey, fourth period, I am sorry that I am missing again today. I can't help that our volleyball team did well, so now we're playing again tonight, and so I'm not going to be in class again today. So I am sorry, but you do need to know that this DBQ needs to be taken seriously, okay? From what I understand, we didn't get too far in the DBQ the other day, and we have to make up some serious time today, okay? So you should have watched the video the other day with the sub. And so I'm going to run you through what the rest of today will look like. You should have looked at this slide and listened to my video the other day about this process. From what it sounds like we are through the background article, that you read the background article. Hopefully you did the bucket piece that was from this slide, okay? And so now we should be here. From what it sounds like, we are still reading the documents. We might have gotten through one or two documents the other day in class, and now today you will be continuing reading those documents, okay? You must get through all of the documents today, okay? There is a file on Canvas that I posted that has the questions from each of the documents already made. I went ahead and typed up all of the questions for each document, so all you need to do is make a file, okay, right here, right where it says answer the questions. There's a file already on Canvas for that, okay? So go find that on Canvas. You'll just click File and then make a copy, okay? And then you'll just type in that document. Again, this is going to be entry number 14 on your Google folder. All right, so this has to be done. I'm going to be looking for it, and it will be part of your Google folder grade. Okay, so you're going to make a copy of that folder, read through all of the documents, and answer those questions that are on the bottom. Okay, you can work with your group if you want to, but you need to know about all 6 of those documents that are posted on Canvas, or you can look at the hard copy ones, okay, that are in the plastic sheet protectors, okay? So work with your group, read through those little documents, or look at the charts, whatever it is, and answer those questions together as a group, okay? Make sure that you are writing down the main idea of each of the documents, okay? Because they all kind of focus on something different. So that is where you need to start today. You need to get through all of those documents first. Now, once you read all of the documents and you answered all those questions, then you will go back to that handout that I gave you the other day, or the sub gave you the other day, okay, that had the background essay on it. The back page of that document has the buckets and the chicken foot, okay? So you should have done this in middle school, all right, but I'm going to briefly go over that again because you're going to have to do that here. And I'm going to give you a real kind of example to break this down. So obviously I'm going to use OSU as my example. Okay, so let's say that I read some documents about deciding whether to go to OSU or not for college. Okay, so is OSU a good decision or not? Good or bad? Because that's kind of like your China question, right? Was the policy good or bad? So I am obviously going to say that OSU is a good decision, all right? So let's say I've read through my articles and I've decided that OSU is good, all right? So now with the buckets, I have to come up with 3 topics from all of the articles that I've read to say that OSU is a good decision, all right? So let's say that I've read several documents, and in document A and in document C, they both talked about how OSU has a lot of majors to choose from, okay? So basically what you would be studying in, all right? So that would be my first reason that OSU would be a good place to go, all right? And then let's say for my second topic, there were a couple of documents that talked about how sports were really good at OSU, okay? So that happened in document E and in document B, okay? So there were, in both of those documents, there was stuff that talked about how the sports were really successful and fun and whatever, okay? And then my third topic to say why OSU would be a good choice to go to school for would be that it feels like home. Okay, one of the documents talked about how it feels like home. Okay, and let's say that they talked about that in document D. All right, so those are my 3 topics. So basically, those are going to be the topics for my 3 body paragraphs, okay? You need to have at least 1 document per paragraph, and then one of your buckets has to have at least 2 documents, okay? So 1 document for that bucket, let's say 1 document for that bucket, and at least 2 documents for one of the buckets, okay? So I would just erase that that document, okay? So you have to have 1 bucket or 1 document per bucket, and then 1 bucket has to have at least 2 documents, all right? So once you have your topics, it becomes really easy to put this into a thesis, okay, which is what your chicken foot is. So my thesis statement would be OSU is a good decision because, make sure you put the because number 1, there are several majors to choose from, comma, they have good sports, comma, and it feels like home. Okay, so if I were to put that all together, that's my thesis statement, okay? You can see how each bucket becomes one of the little topics for my thesis, okay? So basically, at the end, your chicken foot, your thesis for the DBQ is going to read something like this: China's one-child policy was a good or a bad decision you're choosing because XYZ, okay? So you're choosing if it was good or if it was bad, and then you're filling in the 3 reasons why it was good or if it was bad, okay? So that is where I need you to get to, all right? And once you decide, or once you figure out what like stance you're taking on this, is if it was good and if it was bad, and then you come up with your 3 buckets, I need you to go to this bit.ly, okay? I need you to go to this bit.ly, and it's just a Google form, but I need you to figure out, or I need you to fill that out with your thesis and with your buckets, okay? So if you click on that form, or if you go to that form, it's gonna have you write out your 3 topics and which documents you are using for that topic, okay? And so this is basically what I did with my class yesterday, but since I'm not here to kind of approve it as you get to this point, I'm just gonna have you fill out this Google form before the end of class today, okay? You need to fill out this form with the topics and your thesis statement, okay? And I will be checking for that over the weekend. You have to have this filled out, or else I'm going to send you an email. I'm going to probably copy your parents on it. I'm going to send you a remind message. I'll send you a message on Canvas. I'm going to contact you in all of the ways, but you have to fill that out. And if you need to do some corrections, then you're going to have to do those corrections over the weekend, because when we come in on Monday, you're going to keep working on this, okay? So some of you might get to this point today, and that's just fine. But some of you might be ready to move on, which will be the next slide. So on this slide, let's say that you have gotten to your thesis and your bucket. So you have your topics for your paragraphs, right? then I want you to look at the outline that I posted on Canvas. I also have some hard copies of the outlines over on the table behind my desk, but those are a class copy, okay, so you can't write on those, and you'll have to turn them back in before you leave. But I did post the outline on Canvas so you can get to it, and truly I did half of the work for you. So all you would really have to do is look at that outline and then just plug in the pieces where you need to, okay? So then you will make a new document on Canvas for your essay, okay? That will be the next part to this. So you'll look at the outline and then you'll make a new document. So just click File, New Document, okay? And it's going to be entry number 15. And this is where you're going to start writing your essay, all right? You're going to have an intro, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. So your body paragraphs are exactly the same topics that you used for your buckets on the slide before, okay? And it's really easy to write this. So the rubric is on Canvas as well, so you can see exactly how I'm grading you. But I'm going to be grading you based off of assertion. I'm going to be looking for your assertion, your evidence, and your commentary. Okay? You guys have done AECs before. I know you did in middle school. I know you did. You did AECs. Okay? So your assertion is really all you have to do is take your thesis statement and break it down into each of the little like toes off of the chicken foot, essentially, okay? So it's like a mini thesis statement. So the one-child policy was good or bad because topic 1, okay? So topic 1 or topic 2 or topic 3, okay, for whatever paragraph you're writing, all right? And so that's your assertion. You're just making a statement saying that the one-child policy was good because blah, 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 or it's bad because blah, 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 okay? That's all the assertion is. The evidence comes from the documents, okay? So this is where you pull the different documents that you put in the buckets. Remember, you have to put which documents go with each topic, okay? So you will have the document letter. So in document F, it talked about one-child policy being bad when AJ Song said she liked being an only child, or whatever it said, okay? So that the evidence piece is just when you pull out the specific sentence in the document that relates to whatever you're trying to tell me if it was good or bad, okay? And then the commentary is important because this is where you tie it back in to your claim, to your assertion, okay? So you tie it back to the assertion. So document F proves that this was a bad idea because the one-child policy did blah, 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 okay? So the commentary is just where you're explaining why or how it connects back to the thesis statement, okay? So that is just kind of how you start to break it down. The goal here is that you should be writing today, okay? You need to book it through those documents. You're not going to sit here and play on your phone and be distracted and talk the whole time, okay? You have to start writing today. I should be able to see your number 14, all of those documents that you will be analyzing, and I should see entry number 15 in your folder this weekend. When I go sit down and check it, it needs to be there, okay? I need to see that you have at least an introduction, hopefully a first body paragraph too, okay, because I need to start making comments on it. This is due at the end of class on Monday, people, okay? So you have got to get through the documents today, and you have to start writing today. I have to see that on your Google folder, all right? If it's not on your Google folder, I'm going to be emailing, I'm going to be remind messaging you, I'm going to be sending you messages on Canvas, and I'll be emailing your parents, okay? So please be productive today. With the sub, you must fill out that Google form that has your documents and your topics for your thesis statement. Okay, I truly will be checking that. Okay, I'm sorry that I haven't been here this week, but you need to be productive today, and I will see you guys on Monday.